What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am so excited to bring you another video in my Empties series. It has been about 5 months, and as history is dictated, in about every 5 months my drawer gets completely full and I have to showcase my empties for you all so I can throw these empties out and just kind of collect the next bunch. Very quickly, before I dive into the products though, I do just want to let you guys know that today on my face, today on my eyes, and also on my cheeks, I am kind of working with the Scooby-Doo collection from Glamlight. So I have this on my eyes and I have the more pinky blush on my cheeks. Everything else is kind of older and stuff. So I will have everything though listed down below for you all in the description box. Now, as this is an empties video, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it from me. I pretty much try to collect all empties that are in the beauty realm. So even like toothpaste, deodorant, stuff like that. Sometimes I forget, which is natural. But this is a majority of the empty beauty products that I have gone through within the last 5 months. I do go through quite a few things, especially when it comes to candles. Something new about this time though is that I did go ahead and separate between the makeup and everything else. So in the event that you just want to see kind of a realistic, at least for me, what I get through in 5 months of wear of makeup and all of that, I will be talking about that first, and then I will be rolling into all of the candles, hand soaps, stuff like that. So if you care about one section, I will try my best to also leave you guys with some timestamps, but I think that's it. Let's get into it. All right, so I'm not gonna lie, the amount of actual makeup is very, very minimal. I typically don't wear makeup a lot. I'm actually doing a little mini challenge right now to see if I can try to wear makeup every day for the month of June. I have already unfortunately failed, but I'm gonna keep going and just see if I learn what I think I'm gonna learn after the end of this challenge. So the first thing I wanna talk about is actually a instant kind of brush cleanser. It's technically not makeup, but I'm using it here in this makeup space, so that's why I put it in this basket, and I've gone through it. So this happened to be from It Cosmetics at the Ulta. I picked it up because it was at Ulta. I could easily throw it in my cart. I currently have the Sephora collection version of it. I love these sprays because all I have to do is spray my brush, wipe it on a microfiber towel, and then a majority of the product is gone. It's a little bit harder to do this type of technique with a cream infused brush. So in those cases, I would just recommend doing a full-on cleanse. But sometimes you just don't have the time to do a full-on cleanse, and sometimes you just don't need to. You just need to get a little bit of that powder off of the brush. And so using these types of products have been very, very helpful. And yeah, that's why I got through it. I do already have a backup. I'm sure I have another backup somewhere. I really need to organize my makeup drawers a little bit better, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. Another empty is something that was actually in a kind of unofficial project pan that I had for this year, and this is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Setting Spray. This was a nice setting spray, very, very decent setting spray. It was quite small, which was a very much disappointment. I think I figured out that this is actually a mini size compared to the full size, but regardless, it's not a favorite. It's not a favorite. I'm still kind of trying to find a favorite setting spray. I'm happy I got my money's worth out of that, but it's not one that I intend to repurchase. My e.l.f. beauty sponge, I've gone through quite a few of these. I typically try to remember to just kind of get rid of them every 3 months, even if they don't look ratty or like dingy, just because you don't want to put something that could potentially have mold around your face, especially because you're pushing product into your pores, or at least I do with my beauty sponge. So it was just kind of time, and that's pretty much what I do. So there's typically at least one sponge in these videos, at least for me. A very, I was proud of this empty was my very first lash glue empty. This was from Kiss. I've had this for quite some years before I actually started putting on lashes, and I realized that I hated the application method because you had to squeeze it out. I felt like I kept squeezing out way too much, and it was just not the move. I also don't think that this glue was the best for me. It took quite a bit of time for the glue to kind of get tacky and sticky. And I'm one of those people, if I'm gonna put lashes on, they need to be dried, ready to go within like a minute or two of me actually applying the glue on there. And I find that with the one that I'm actually using now, which is House of Lashes Lash Glue in the clear. So I won't be repurchasing that Kiss one, but I definitely could see me repurchasing my House of Lash Glue. The Rare Beauty mascara, I actually got this in my Sephora box, and I'm sad to say that this is done. This was a really nice mascara. I definitely think that it is volumizing. It gives a decent amount of length. For me, I'm more about the volume with the splash of length, and this really gave it to me. I felt like it wasn't overly clumpy. It gave me the right amount of clump. It is definitely a mascara that I've actually put into my cart recently because I felt like I wanted to have a backup. Then I realized I have so many mascaras open right now, and I do have quite a few backups that I just don't need it, but this is definitely something that I could see me repurchasing in the future. And yeah, I would be very excited to repurchase it in the future. So another kind of lash glue that I ended up just chucking, it wasn't actually used, but it dried up before I could actually use it fully, is the Duo adhesive. Like I said, I didn't finish it, but it just completely dried up before I can finish it. So that's telling to me that it's just not a lash glue that I personally need to have, because although I am wearing lashes more consistently right now, I want something that's going to last a good amount of time. Another mascara that I finished up was this YSL Lash Clash. This is just like a sample size. I think this is fine. Nothing terrible about this mascara, nothing great. I'm happy I got to test it out. It was nice and fancy. It's done. It's done. There's not enough product in there and a consistent amount. It's just not building the way that it used to. So that's why it was time for it to go. Another kind of sample product that I went through is actually from Charlotte Tilbury. This is her Beautiful Skin Concealer. I have it in the shade 13 Deep. I felt like this was quite a bit lighter than what I tend to like for my concealer, especially nowadays. Maybe when I was a bit younger, I didn't mind such a bright under eye, but now I just feel like there's such a contrast that it just doesn't look natural, you know? So that plus this felt very thick, and although I am only 29, I feel like my under eyes are quite wrinkly, probably because I'm so expressive in like my everyday life, and so it was just not the move. I'm glad I finished it. This again was in my like unofficial project pan for this year, but I'm definitely not going to ever pick up the full size of that. One that I am sorely missing, but I'm going to try to get through some more of my lip oils and lip glosses before I pick up another one, is from Lunar Beauty. This is their lip oil in Dare Me. This is my favorite lip oil formula. It is such a moisturizing, thick formula. It does sit on your lips, which I appreciate greatly. It also just feels nourishing. It's just really, really nice. There was no color in this particular shade, although later he came out with, I want to say 3 different shades that actually had some color to them. But yeah, I really, really like that one. I would highly recommend that lip oil. It is such, I feel like a disservice to the brand that they are not actually in like a Ulta or Sephora in the US. I really think it would help the brand push forward, but I understand it's like a family owned, family ran business, so it's a little hard to kind of push forward in that avenue consistently and do what those contracts require to stay in those big platforms. The last kind of lip product that I finished up is from Huda Beauty. This is her Silk Balm Icy, and I did not like this product before I was actively using it day and night. And I won't say that this is my favorite product, but I will say that the formula is nice and thick, so it really sits on the lips. When I wake up in the morning when I was using this, I really felt like still there was a nice amount of residue left to my lips, where my lips were still getting, you know, that amount of moisturization. Yes, you had that weird stinging effect because of the icy situation, but you know, after it being on your lips for like 10 seconds, then it kind of completely wore away and you just had the shiny feel and look to your lips. So I really did appreciate it. I ran through this product and I could see me actually picking up an actual silky balm from Huda Beauty, just not the icy formula. I could see me actually enjoying the formula of the Silky Balm because I would only assume it's the very same formula. So yeah, good things there. And then the last makeup item I actually have to talk to you guys about is another NYX NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I have these in the shade Ash Brown. I go through these pretty much every 3 months as long as I'm like focusing on one brow pencil at a time. Sometimes like right now I'm like bouncing between like 3 or 4 brow pencils. So obviously I'm not going to finish one within the 3 months, but typically if I'm just like fully focused on one, I will get through it in 3 months. So there's no surprise here. I pretty much always have at least one brow pencil in these Empties. And yeah, those are all the makeup items that I have. Now all I have left are the kind of body care or whatever other beauty items. There is also quite a few fragrances as well. So if you're interested, continue to stay tuned. I just gotta rearrange some things and we'll get started. Okay, so for this section, it's not gonna be as kind of organized as it was before, but what I will do is leave all of my candles towards the end and I will do kind of everything else in between. So first, let's just talk about a couple of soaps that I have easy access to. One is this one from Bath & Body Works. It is the Sandalwood and Vanilla Simply Unwind hand soap. I thought that this was okay. Funny enough, now that I look at it, this is literally one of the scents that I got in a body scrub. I feel like I'm gonna enjoy it more in a body scrub than the soap. And then also I went through one of my foaming hand soaps in Girlfriend. If you know me, you know that this is my favorite or one of my favorite scents from Bath & Body Works. I really hope that it comes back for the Halloween season. I am not historically, I've not been into Bath & Body Works yearly. I was when I was younger and now I'm into it again. So I don't know how likely Girlfriend will be coming back, but that is definitely the scent that I associate with Halloween now. And I truly, truly hope that it does come back. I also finished this Squalene cleanser from The Ordinary. Originally, I had this in my medicine cabinet and I did not like it. It just did not cleanse my face enough for the purpose of a double cleanse. And I know that sounds weird, but it just did not do what I needed it to do. But I felt like as soon as I took this product and I put it in my shower, the combination of the water, the steam, you know, the easy access to the water just kind of streaming down my face, it really did break down whatever makeup I had on my face, and then also just like getting the daily grime off of my face as well. So this was something that I prefer in my shower, not in my medicine cabinet or sink area. Am I going to repurchase? No, just because I want a cleanser that I can kind of multi-use. Not that I do move my cleansers everywhere, but like the idea that I have to use it in a particular framework, I am not particularly in love with, especially because there's so many cleansers out there. I just shouldn't have to do that. So I finished it. I'm happy I did. Not gonna repurchase. One of my first body scrubs that I finished was actually from Tree Hut, and this is their Tropic Glow Firming Sugar Scrub. I really liked this one because the sugar like granules or whatever you want to call it, it was nice and big, you know, so I really could like get into my skin. I could really scrub it. I could feel it working, and so I really like the more physical aspect of a body scrub instead of some that are more chemical. And you will hear me kind of reference that in a little bit later because there are a couple other more chemical body scrubs that I have in here that I'm not particularly as in love with because of the fact that they're chemical and not physical. I also went through a phase where I really wanted to try these shower steamers. I tried them from 2 different brands. So one from Ulta brand and then the other from Bath & Body Works. The Ulta brand one I felt like actually lasted a good amount of time, but there was no real scent coming off, and that was the real disappointment there. And then as for the Bath & Body Works one, I think for the value, because I got this during the last of my annual sale, value wise it was nice. It was nice that I was able to get so many for like $3-4 or whatever I picked them up for, but it didn't last very long. And so I kind of wish that there was a shower steamer that I at least know about that has the best of both of these worlds. But since I don't know about it, we're just gonna keep moving forward, and I probably won't be picking up either of these again. Okay, so some more hand soaps for us to talk about. Of course, Twilight Rose. I'm sure I have at least 2 or 3 of these containers in this Empties I'm going to be talking about today. This is one of my favorite scents that I have found since Girlfriend. It truly is a delight. I absolutely love it. And then another hand soap that I've gone through is Milk and Honey's hand soap. This one is blood orange, ginger, and lemongrass. This was not a favorite scent of mine. I also didn't like how gooky it got during the top of it. It was just, you know, it was fine. I finished it. I can't remember where I picked this up or why I picked it up, but I won't be picking this one up again. No. I also went through one of the Peach and Lily Lazy All-in-One Day moisturizing pads. I picked this up in a period where I was waiting for a Yes Style order to come to me, and I just needed something to cleanse, moisturize my skin. And I Googled and I found this at Ulta. And since I've picked it up, I have now already done a repurchase. I just really like this. No, it doesn't tout that it's supposed to be a cleanser, but that's truly what I use it for. I use it to at least get one strip of product, whether it's everyday grime or makeup, off of my skin. If I have makeup, I will do like an oil-based cleanser first, and then I'll go in with this, and it just kind of allows me to skip a couple of steps, because maybe when I do this, I don't feel like putting on a moisturizer, or I just don't feel like doing the rest of my skincare. So I'll do an oil-based cleanser, I'll do this, and then I'm going to bed, you know? So these have just really helped me to be more efficient. And when I'm on the road traveling, which I hope to do soon, a lot more than I have done since COVID, these will definitely come in handy. Okay, so 3 more products. I've gone through a Good Molecules Hyaluronic Acid Serum. Good Molecules is one of my favorite kind of drugstore brands, especially when it comes to skincare. I've pretty much tried their whole range, and I would pretty much give you a blanket, go ahead and pick it up. If it's something that you think will add value to your skincare routine, and either you already have tried the actual type of product, but just not from Good Molecules or whatever, I would say Good Molecules is a solid brand. I really like their products. I'd highly recommend them. I also have a deodorant. This is not my favorite brand. It was just a brand that I was trying out. I think this was the second one that I picked up, and I don't believe I picked up any more. It's fine. It's a natural based deodorant, so it doesn't have the aluminum in there. So that, yeah, it's that. And then last in this kind of grouping that I picked out from my huge bin, I have my Sweet Whiskey setting spray. Now this is only the travel size. I do have a full size, and I'm very happy for that. And yeah, this is a really beautiful scent. I would literally lather myself in this day, night, whenever I just felt like smelling like this. This is such a beautiful, sweet scent. The scent notes, unfortunately, are not on the smaller bottle, but it's so good. I'd highly recommend you getting your nose on it in the event that you didn't. Hopefully it comes back again, because I believe this came out during the holiday time period last year. Alrighty, so this is my last basket full of non-candles, and this basket is overflowing. So let's just get into it. We have the antibacterial hand spray. This is in Jasmine, a cherry blossom scent. I don't think in particular that the scent really matters. I was using this at my beauty station just to clean my hands before I started to do makeup on myself or whatever I was doing, or just, you know, if I felt like my hands needed to be cleaned, I would just spray this out. I'm pretty sure I have another one hidden somewhere in my drawers, but I can't find it. This is definitely something that I would love to get during the SIS sale that is going on right now, but last time I checked, the deal was just not good enough. So we'll see. Maybe in the future I will pick one up. I also have some hair empties. So this Cryo Essence Goat and Coconut Hair Milk. This is one of those brands where I've slowly tested out, I believe, almost their whole range. And once again, this is a brand that I could say blanketed. If you're interested in it, try it. It's a really solid brand. I have repurchased quite a few of the products. I believe this is the second of this particular product that I've had. I really love this long hair and don't care range. They also have some really good scalp like cleansing and just care products that I've really enjoyed. Highly would recommend this brand. One of those brands that you can just pick up at a beauty supply, I picked up this Earth Essentials aloe vera soothing gel. You know, it's one of those basic products, but I needed to get through it because I'd had it for some time. I was using it as a moisturizer. It's not a moisturizer, but my hair got through it. I got through it. Will not repurchase. Another product that I was getting a lot of enjoyment from this brand is Quimectic Biologics. I believe I found this brand off of Sephora, and they have this buttercream that has root product in it. First of all, their products smell so good. They smell so good. I wish that they had bigger products because my hair is 4C. It can really absorb hair products pretty quickly depending on the amount of water to product ratio that is there. And this really, my hair soaked up, which is good, but I just wish that the product came in a bigger packaging so I didn't have to buy it as often. That's pretty much why I stopped buying this as regularly as I was, but I could still see me purchasing it again because I want to say this was the second package that I got for this particular product. Some more Peach and Lily that I finished up was the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Water Gel Moisturizer. If I remember correctly, I picked this up in a set during the holidays, and this is just the first part of that set that I finished. I've really been enjoying the Peach and Lily brand, and I like how they've kind of Americanized a lot of products that we go to for K-beauty and K-skincare. I really enjoy it. This one has hyaluronic acid and kiwi extract. It's nice. It's very nice, and I would definitely kind of say that Peach and Lily once again is one of those brands, if you're into it and you think you would be into it, try it. It's a good brand. As I said before, I'm very picky when it comes to my body scrubs, and this is a body scrub that I don't particularly love. Not because of the scent, it actually is a very strong banana scent, but because of the way that it's supposed to kind of exfoliate or scrub your body. So this is more of a chemical exfoliant. Same with the Fenty Skin Body Scrub. These are both more chemical. I prefer a more physical. So this type of formula I actually prefer more on the face. And you will see me, I think, talking about another Tula Skin exfoliator that I finished through my trio from holidays that I actually did use on my face, and I enjoyed it that way. So for me, it wasn't scrubby enough, so I'm gonna keep moving. All right, let's take a little break from all the body care. Let's talk about some perfumes that I finished up. So one perfume that I finished up is from Kayali. This is the Vanilla 28. Unfortunately, I cannot spray that last little tenth of a product, or I would. This is a beautiful basic vanilla that's elevated and that you can layer in such a nice way. I feel as though the Kayali scents have truly been thought through, and every time they release a scent, it may not be like beast mode or anything like that, but you can truly layer it in such a way, whether it's in their collection or with other products, that it just works. So very happy about this one. I also finished the Jo Malone Cherry Blossom perfume that I picked up a couple of years ago now. This was definitely not a favorite of mine. I hated the lack of punch and longevity. It was just terrible. It was pretty much a glorified bed scent for me. I wore it to bed. That was the only way I could get any form of enjoyment out of it, and even then it was minimal. So yeah, I would never repurchase this again, but I'm happy I got my money's worth. And then last, for this little clump of perfumes, I may have a couple more, is from Tom Ford. This is the Rose de China or Rose de Chine scent that they came out with a trio last fall. something like that. I finished this and I actually already picked up my full size. I'm so happy. This was such a beautiful scent. I've actually more so recently just tried the Rose d'Amalfi again. That's actually a solid one too. It's very reminiscent of this, but it's a little bit more muskier. So yeah, I really do like this range. I ended up getting the trio of travel sizes. And so yeah, good things. Okay, just because I see two more scents, let's just go ahead and talk about them. I also finished up a Giorgio My Way travel size. I actually already have a full size of this as well. It's a very, very nice kind of everyday, very bright floral scent. It's really, really nice. Absolutely love it. And then also I finished up the travel spray for Cocoa Paradise from Bath and Body Works. This is a beautiful kind of coconut vanilla based perfume. This perfume is actually 75% off right now, the full size at SAS. So I would definitely recommend getting your nose on it. And if you enjoy it, scooping it up now while it's nice and cheap. I ended up paying full price, but I do not regret it. Well, I didn't pay full price, but I didn't get 75% off. That's for sure. Okay, I think that might be all of the perfume empties, but who knows with me, I may have some more. Another hair empty that I have is from Crayola Essence again, and this is their Haitian Black Castor Oil. This is really, really nice. Very nice. This one is the mango one. Yeah, and this is the second time I've had this scent. Love it. Love the oil. It's very, very nice. I also have gone through quite a few native deodorants. This one happens to be the toasted marshmallow and vanilla. I feel like this was in their like limited edition range. I like native. They're nice. They're not my favorite. I still feel like this doesn't control what needs to be controlled 100%, but it is a solid brand that if I need one for a little bit cheaper than my like normal brand, I will reach for it. Okay, another hand soap coming from Bath and Body Works. This is Pumpkin Apple. This was actually a really nice scent. I would actually recommend this if it comes back again this year. And this is Red Delicious Apple, Fall Pumpkin, and Clove Buds. I also have a body wash that I finally knocked over. You know when you like start a bunch and then you just like never finish one? That was this. So this is the Shea Butter and Oatmeal. This just reminded me of one that a family member used to get from the dollar store. It smelled so good. Like, say what you will, but the dollar store has some gems, and they had one that was similar to like the same product, the same product scent, but obviously a different range. And so I picked this up wanting to reminisce about that. And yeah, this was a solid product, quite a lot of product in it. So it did take me a while to get through it, but very much happy. I also have a body lotion empty. This is the Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere body lotion from Philosophy. I loved this lotion. This was nice, creamy lotion. It really soaked into my skin, which I truly enjoyed, and it really helped me to enjoy the perfume even more because the perfume is quite light, and so this layered with that, I really felt like I got a lot more enjoyment. I also finished this Sea Therapy Sculpt Scaler, and this happens to be from a Korean based brand. I saw this showcased by a natural hair YouTuber that I follow, and basically she was just showing how it helped to really get rid of the flaky scalp that she was dealing with. I can't remember the term that she says she has, but she had some term, and I really did enjoy this. The one thing that I hated was that this product was so thick, and the packaging, I just feel like they need to work on the packaging. This should be in more of a tub type packaging in my opinion, because in the shower trying to squeeze the thick product out, it was just too much. So that's what I would do, or honestly I would just like repurpose some of the stuff that I already have, like my body scrub packaging. I could see me potentially repurchasing this and just squeezing this product into my body scrub packaging from Tree Hut, just so it's easier for me to get the product and use the product in the shower. I also seem to remember to keep one of my toothpaste. If you guys know me, I love this Arm & Hammer toothpaste. It's literally what I've been using since high school, and now that I've been using this for so long, I can't switch to other toothpastes. They just taste sweet and weird. It just tastes weird. So that is my toothpaste of choice. I've also already gone through a hand lotion. This one happens to be from the Target range. This was just the coconut and warm vanilla. I was literally using that at my beauty space desk right here. And I would try to every time, especially when I was doing close-ups on my hands or just sitting down to film in general, if my hands felt dry or if I saw that they would ashy, I would stop, pull this from my top drawer and use it. And so it's been nice. It's not a favorite hand lotion. I don't think I have a favorite hand lotion, but it's nice. It's nice. It is thick and creamy. So if you want something that like melts in very quickly, that is not what I would choose for you. Okay, going back to some more skincare. I have the Ordinary's Rose Hip Oil, and I also have this Deep Glow Serum from Beauty of Joseon. Both of these products are repurchases for me. I'm already going through one right now of the serum, and I don't have a repurchase of this, but I would repurchase it if I need to. It's just very accessible, and more so recently actually, Good Molecules Rose Hip Oil is now in my local Ulta, but previously it wasn't. So I would just reach for the Ordinary's one because it was a lot more accessible in physical Sephora's if I needed to get it, my hands on it. Some more skincare that I've gone through is this Peach and Lily Glass Skin Refinishing Serum. I believe this was in that trio of products that I talked about, the moisturizer, recently. I thought this was fine. This is, it's a nice day and night serum. Did I see miraculous results? No, but I liked it. I thought that this was a nice kind of everyday, no fuss, no muss serum. And if you're somebody who's just stepping into skincare in like a full-on way, this could definitely be a serum that I would think is not going to be of any effect, especially if you have like sensitive skin. It's a nice way to step in to the realm to see what works for you and what doesn't, because I don't think that this has anything that would really antagonize your skin. Another serum that I have is from Good Molecules. This is their overnight exfoliating treatment. I'm pretty sure this is like my second or third bottle of this. Good Molecules, once again, it's just one of those brands that I will just go to immediately when I need products, and I tend to need like a whole range of products at the same time when it comes to my skincare. So I really enjoy their products because they're affordable, but they work. And that's what I truly enjoy, especially now that I've gotten my skin to a point where I don't feel like I need the drunk elephants of skincare anymore. I just need solid skincare that is going to continue to work and do what I want as I continue to just be preemptive in, you know, any aging or any blemishes that I may or may not get in the future. A sunscreen that I was very excited to try and unfortunately did not like is this Black Girl sunscreen. It's their matte version and it's 47 SPF. I said 47, 45 SPF. I don't like this. I don't like it at all. It just, I don't like it. I'm so sorry. I wish I did. It does tout to be matte, but there's just something about this that just does not work for me. I would just recommend doing the Supergoop Everyday Sunscreen. I think it's just the matte situation. The matte sunscreens that I keep trying, they don't work. Even the Supergoop matte, I didn't particularly like it. I just think that there are certain things that just should not be done from sunscreens, and I just didn't like it. I also finished the little sample size of the Beija Flora body cream from Sol de Janeiro. I do have a full size, I believe. I really love this scent. It's very, very beautiful. I also finished a sample size of the Coco Cabana cream. I hated this scent. It smelled like popcorn, but I just used this as a hand cream at my desk again just to get through it because I knew I didn't like it and I knew I would not want my whole body smelling like it. But you know, you got to use what you get, and I try to use things even though I buy a lot of things. I also finished a nail growth serum. I really love this serum when I'm actively using my nails for my nails and not putting like press-ons on. This is my go-to for either a base or a top coat. It just kind of depends on the level of length that I want during that period of time. And this is the Rejuvicate one. They do have like a step system. I only buy the step one. I also go through a stupid amount of wallflowers. I think this is the only wallflower that I kept, but I really do enjoy stocking up on wallflowers from Bath and Body Works. I do have some favorites. I really did love Enchanted something from the holidays, but you know, I have a stack of them. I pretty much won't need any more until maybe the next semi-annual, and even then I might not need them because I picked up quite a few recently. I also had a sample of a Lush shower scrub. This was in their orange scent. It wasn't exfoliating enough for me, but I thought it was cute. I was happy to finish it, try it. This was not enough to even really scrub my arms. I really like a lot of scrubbing and a lot of body scrub when I use my scrubs. So yeah, keep that in mind. I really like to get into the nitty gritty, you know? Okay, so now we have my candles. During this period of time, I went through 12 candles, and I don't know if that's a lot, I don't know if that's a little, but it is what it is. I went through 2 of these toasted vanilla almond candles. These happen to be from Scentworks, which is a Kohl's like base brand. I don't really know how to describe it. I'm actually repurposing these. These are nice and big and deep enough that they can be beautiful brush holders. So I'm actually already started in the process of doing one, and I'm just gonna prep this one and be good to go for that. But that's why I'm only showing you the one. It was fine. One burned nicely, the other one not so much, so I probably will never pick them up. Although honestly, I would never recommend picking them up until they get like 75% off. And Kohl's does do that for their candles, so I would wait for that. I also went through another Kohl's candles. This was the Cotton Candy Punch. This was a different brand though. This was the Sonoma brand. This was really, really nice. I thought this was going to be a dupe for a Pink Petal Tea Cake. It's not, unfortunately, but it was a solid candle. I really did enjoy it. I also got through Warm Apple Pie. Unfortunately, this one didn't allow me to burn as far down as I'm used to. But this was nice. It was nice. It was very much a autumnal scent, but I was running low on like scents that I thought were appropriate for this time of season. And this one was one that I felt like I could get away with right now. So that's why I burned it. And I did just recently actually attempt to finish burning this one. I might still try to burn it down a little bit more because when I do try to recycle these, I want them to be as clean as possible. And the lower they are, the easier it is for me to clean them out. Also, Merry Christmas. I recently finished this one. This is quite a sweet candle, so I don't feel like I have to burn this during Christmas time, and that's why I didn't. I actually ended up burning this very recently again as well. I really enjoyed this. And I know a couple people were able to find that in stores. I was not able to, or I would have picked it up. Another one that I really enjoyed was the Rose Water and Ivy scent. This was really beautiful. Very nice White Barn candle. I really love the White Barn candles, and they're not cheap, so I do try to always get them on sale. Very beautiful candle though. I also went through, of course, the Pink Petal Tea Cake. You guys know I'm truly hoping that I can pick this up at some point again this season or this year. Maybe it will be available. I really hope I can. If not, I have found a couple of buyers at Poshmark who have it quite low, and so I may honestly pick it up. I also have finished a Cocoa Paradise. I finished quite a few of these. I actually just recently hauled 2 more during the SAS sale this year. It's a beautiful coconut vanilla based scent. I really enjoy it. It's actually neroli and sandalwood, but to my nose it's vanilla. It's beautiful. What else? I also have Sugar Plum Fairy. This is another holiday season candle that I felt like was so beautiful. I've also seen people find this in their local stores. Unfortunately, this was not available in my local store, so I would love to again pick this one up. This is another scent that I feel like I can use not only during the holidays but just during the warmer months as well, which is something that I would love. Once again, another candle I would love to pick up is Sweet Whiskey. Beautiful scent. You guys have already seen I've gone through one of the travel sprays and now the candle. It's such a beautiful scent. This one is vanilla, amber, red berry based. Really, really nice. Okay, so I found actually a little travel setting or travel perfume that I finished, and this is from Deco, and this is in the scent note Taunt. I believe I've already picked up a travel size of this to replace this like more sample size. I love to try to do that. I feel like it helps me to save a little bit and to also ensure that I really need a full-size bottle. I have quite a few full-size bottles, and I'm trying to kind of reorganize my area as well. And so the idea of ensuring that it's something that I really get my use out of, that's why I get those travel sizes. I also finished up a toasted pineapple marshmallow. I believe this was one that I picked up during the SAS last time just because it smelled fine. This isn't a favorite, but it worked, so I enjoyed it. And then the last candle, but certainly not least, that I have finished up so far is Cozy Cashmere. This is a nice candle, very, very basic kind of lavender, vanilla, sandalwood type situation. I really enjoy these types of candles, but that's not one that I would run to kind of get again. So yeah, I don't think this Empties was as long as my previous ones have been, mainly probably because I actually was a bit organized this time. But I just wanted to show you guys all the things that I was able to finish up. I'm so close to finishing up a couple more things, and I can't help but say that I was trying to finish those up before I got on camera, but it didn't work, so it's all good. Hopefully next time I'll have an even better Empties when it comes to makeup, and a little bit less. Not to say that it's bad to have so many candles, but I always feel like the candles kind of overtake this. Same with like the hand soaps. Maybe let's just get some more variety, some more body creams. I have so many body creams that smell so good. I just want to kind of get through them before they go bad and stuff. So yeah, I think that's all I have to talk about today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.